everyone are we doing tonight on a wonderful, wonderful Thursday evening? Hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day, and hope you all enjoy today's stream. So let's go ahead and get things started. If you ever have problems with brigands, monsters, or the struggles of everyday life, I am the mercenary for the job. I am Zenny, mercenary VTuber for hire at your service. Hope y'all having a wonderful day. Hope y'all enjoy today's stream. And got the black bandana today. Man, we're going through all the colors throughout all this intro. But yes, we are continuing our playthrough of Tales of Arise, and looking forward to this one. And yeah, last time we finally started making our way to Lenegis, and it's a certainly interesting little area that they got, and sort of like finding out that yeah, the people on Lenegis are none the wiser as far as pretty much anything that is going on outside of Lenegis itself. Like even with some of like the stuff that's going on inside of Lenegis, they're pretty much none the wiser, and it's sort of like trained to like sort of like to have like ultimate faith in the sovereign, that anything that happens must be a part of the sovereign's plan. But like none of them have like any idea that the crown contest is pretty much all for naught. No one knows about the deaths of the lord of the three other lords, since we do have a Dolahim on our side, so at least they have proof that one of the lords is still alive. But yeah, when we last left off, we had just sort of gotten to the front door of the so-called Forbidden Sector. So looking forward to getting into that this week. But yes, otherwise, like I'll say, like today with like work, it was sort of like a wonder as far as how things were going to turn out, because of the fact that early on in the day, like we were definitely experiencing some notable winter weather, and we pretty much had like a winter weather warning. And yeah, traffic, like, man, traffic. Like me getting to work, to the terminal from my apartment, from my home. Normally it takes like, say, about like 15 minutes to 20 minutes, depending on traffic. Sometimes a little bit longer. Today, and thank goodness I ended up leaving as early as I did, took about an hour to get to work, because that is just how bad traffic was, just sort of like in this first response to like the first snow of the calendar year. And that is sort of like the thing with where I live. Like a good amount of people like know like how to drive, but once that first snow comes in, there is sort of like that waiting period of like dealing with the people. Like, wait, how are we supposed to drive in this? And after a little bit, after we sort of like get reacclimated to things, then we start getting a lot better, and things start to sort of like run at a normal winter's pace. I'll say that. Definitely, whenever there's like snowfall, nothing will ever be the same as far as driving times as like sort of like clear weather. But nevertheless, that is sort of like how things were going. It's just a matter. But yeah, it's like going throughout the day is like just sort of like seeing how long sort of like the snow was going to end up lasting. And once it finally started to sort of like really die down, it's just sort of like waiting for the temperature to rise a little bit, get some of that snow melted. And it definitely wasn't good for walking. It's like the one thing I definitely can do without when it comes to winter. Like, I have no problem with the cold. I have no problem with snow. It's the wet feet that I end up having by the end of the workday that I could do without that. Like, everything else, I have no problem with dealing with. The wet feet? Why do I have to deal with this? Why? But nevertheless, that is how things are doing. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'll go ahead, set things up, and let me know how you guys are doing today. Hope you're having a wonderful day. So, here we go. Also get a nice stretching. Oh man. And don't forget the wind. Yeah, the wind chill. Yeah, that is another thing. That's the yeah. But for me, the wet feet is definitely more of an inconvenience than an actual sort of like thing to actually look out for. But it's it's one inconvenience I do not want to have to deal with all the time. But yeah, glad to see that you're doing fine, Inky. And I hope that everyone else that's watching is doing fine as well. Alright. Let's get right into it. Whew. Alright. All right, head right on in.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Yep. Let's see. Okay, so we're good on. We've gone through a bit of our items, but that's all right. All right, let's get right into it.
Faria, how did you get in here? Wait, something
Yeah,
about her isn't right.
she's.
What's wrong with her? She doesn't even seem to know where she is.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
She looks just like the soldiers we encountered outside.
Oh, the Dark Master Core. Oh.
A summoning?
But that's preposterous. She never had that kind of power when...
We can talk later. Here it comes.
Yep. All right. Time to defend ourselves. Tormented limbs.
What? never known Saria to control Googles like that before.
How about with a stone that looks suspiciously like a master sword?
Where did she get her hands on that?
First we handle the Zoogles, then we get some answers.
Alright.
No further!
This one's mine. Force.
You're mine!
Illuminated by me. Tiger
Dragon Swarm!
Holy Land.
Alright.
On guard.
Explosive ring!
Hear my call.
This
This
one's all
one's mine.
Alright.
Not today!
Take this!
I'm not done!
I have a feeling that this is gonna do some type of art. So I'm gonna keep Winwell.
Armor won't save you!
Holy Land!
You're mine! It's over!
On guard!
Take this!
Lightning orb! Illuminate the sky! Hurricane Flood! Escape my judgment! On guard!
Take this in a vine!
Lightning condensed! Hurricane Flood! I'll heal you all!
This one's mine! One more!
Healing shield!
Shield and face!
Dragon Swarm!
Come on!
Oh, cried. Well, probably should have had Winwell use her. Now she's got to wait for.
Take this! This one's all mine! Eat dirt!
Here's a healing arc!
Azure Storm!
Denied! Now you've gone and ticked me off!
Field!
Try harder! My turn!
Radiant Storm!
Take this!
Dragon Swarm!
Ground and pound!
Here's enough illuminate! That'll bring you down!
I'll take you all off!
Oh, Kisara's going off.
Ha! Flare the Malisa!
Not in your dreams!
Judgment spin!
Take this! I could do without
Ow.
this thing!
May a thousand gales
No, you
carry the
can't.
strike!
Going in!
It's
Thank
over.
you.
It's weakened!
Storm!
Gusty
This
gale!
ends now!
Inferno Cluster!
All right. Gonna need orange.
Raging Cascade! Here, let me help feel! First aid!
You're mine!
Shattering that beast in! I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
Going in!
I owe you one. Take this! Dragon Swarm!
Going in!
Raging Storm! Hear my call!
Nothing gets by me!
Not today!
Piercing
No
Condensed!
further!
Inferno
You're
Cluster!
mine!
Illuminate the blah 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 magic! Here's a healing
Blah blah blah. That. God,
Going in!
God damn it, Winwell.
Take this!
Tiger far enough!
It's over!
Ow. Well, Winwell's down. Again.
Stay away from my friend! You're
This one is mine!
I'm saving this one. I never miss.
Ready and real! Thunder
Raging Storm!
Smash you!
This one.
All right.
Annihilation.
Switch off!
Here goes.
Hurricane Strike!
Oh, hello, and
In your dreams. New leaf on life.
Take this!
Raging Storm.
Tiger!
all right.
Down! You're armed!
Not today!
Oh,
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Here, let me help.
Here I come!
Captain Storm.
Lunar Rondo!
Hurricane Strike!
Lightning.
Going in!
I'm out of ammo. Thunder Field.
Hurricane Strike!
Light Astral Energy. Illuminate.
Here comes the big one!
I'm all
Far
stuffed up.
enough!
ow.
By the power of water! Piercing rock!
Radiant Pierce.
Hurricane Strike!
Here's a healing arm.
Ooh, Kisara. Okay, good.
The wind. In here.
Okay, you are spamming that over and over.
Blah, 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 magic. Field. Where are you going? Run for the
Can't get out
stockpile.
of this! Falling storm!
Photon blast. Healing circle. On guard. Ready by the power of water. Not in your dreams. Annihilation.
Anything in armor is all mine.
Here's a healing supernova. First aid. My astral in the wind. I don't even know the word defeat. In here.
Well, we're gonna need to get Kisara up.
An outstanding effect.
Guardian shield. Healing circle. Magic is in. It's time to
Oh,
finish this.
Gion. There we go.
Consuming wildfire.
Nah.
Take this.
Corruption.
You picked the wrong fight.
No further.
By the power of water. Look out. Mega ray. One more. Magic annihilation. Sleep now.
Dragon Swarm.
Glacial fire. This way.
Try this. Explosive.
And
The power of lightning. I'm ready to go.
Take this.
By me.
Now you see what I can do.
You're mine.
Tiger denied.
It's over. Azure Storm.
I never win.
ooh, core break.
Take it down.
Explosive ring.
Flaming meteor.
You're finished.
Not in your dreams.
Burn. Take this.
No further.
Piercing
Here I come.
Okay, we're gonna need to get some more CP back. Ow!
Looking good. Got him on the
Thank
run.
you.
Don't get cocky.
Right. Kill anyone's fight.
In here.
You're mine. Azure Storm.
Wasteland.
Dragon Swarm.
Vanquish darkness.
Fire ring.
Swapping.
You'll pay for that.
Divine. Now
Oh, Kisara's down. All right.
Light up the dark.
Take this.
No Ready.
This should do it.
Supernova.
You picked the wrong fight.
Raging cascade. I never miss. In here. Here. Let me hold.
All right.
Here I come.
Ready. First aid.
You're finished.
Falling storm.
Azure Storm.
Anything in armor is all mine.
Reload. It's about to strike.
Look sharp, everyone.
The waters have created magic and
Kisara got. Yeah, and gonna need her again. Need to bring her back up again. Ow!
Appreciate the help.
Here, let me help. Thanks so much.
All right.
This should do it.
Ow!
Here's a healing arm.
Come on.
I'll smash you.
Take this.
Raging cascade.
You may be strong, but I'll never back down. As this one's all mine.
Field.
Look sharp.
Plasma shock.
Here's a healing arm.
Ah, crud.
Don't give up.
Let's get Kisara up first.
Train harder.
This one's mine. I'll heal you all. Illuminate the dark. Healing.
All right. Yeah, let's get.
Here goes. Need to pull myself together.
I owe you one.
Switch to
You're mine. Azure Storm. Dragon Swarm.
Holy land. Here, let me help.
Oh, come on.
Ready to go. Illuminate not in your dreams. That'll bring you down. Dance in the wind.
You picked the wrong fight.
Make it rain.
Kisara.
There we go. Finally.
Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclops.
That was getting a little hairy.
now it's just her! Faria, can you hear me? Faria!
She's preparing another summoning!
The art she's casting is way too powerful to control. At this rate, her body won't be able to take much more. No, Helene!
Oh.
Forgive me.
Okay. Yeah, that's one way to sort of stop. Shoot the core and knock her out. Yeah.
Man, I thought we were goners.
Everything okay?
Yes. She's only unconscious.
Not her. I meant you.
Shion, please. Can you treat her?
I can try.
Completely ignore
I
the.
can't promise she'll be back to her real self when she wakes up. All I can do is heal her physically.
We're not even supposed to be in here. Maybe it'd be better if we moved her to somewhere a little safer. Don't you think?
In that case,
I'll take her off your hands.
Oh.
You?
Oh.
Avakir, what are
Oh.
you doing here?
I was curious what you were up to, so I took the liberty of following you to find out. I overheard what you said about Tarnigan, about how he really died. I'm sorry, I had no idea.
And you believed me? What makes you so sure I wasn't lying?
I like to think I know you a little better than that, Dohalim. Give me some credit. I'll take Faria. Leave her with me. I know better than to ask what you're up to. But whatever it is, I hope it all works out.
Thank you.
Huh. All right.
He seems like a good friend.
Yeah.
He hasn't changed. He never was one to stand out. Instead, he was always hanging back, worrying about everyone else. As for Faria, it's always the closest to me who get hurt.
You don't seriously blame yourself for what happened to her, do you?
Somebody got to her, to strike back at me. Someone who knew me well enough to know that I'd hesitate to fight back. And the same goes for you as well. Neither you nor Faria would have lost loved ones if it wasn't for me.
You're wrong. Kelzelik was the one who killed my brother, under orders from Almadria. As for Tarnigan, if it weren't for the crown contest, he'd still be alive. That and the whole damn hierarchy that makes it possible. But that's why we're fighting. To put an end to this whole messed up system that treats people as expendable.
Indeed. Ridding society of this blight is really the only way I know how to atone for my sins.
You can't atone, Dohalim. I know it hurts to hear, but those people are dead. No amount of soul-searching or trying to make amends is going to change that.
Yeah.
Forgiveness, acceptance, those ships have sailed.
So I just forget the harm I caused?
No, the opposite, in fact. You remember. You never forget. You keep it in your heart always. And then you go on living. Not for those already passed, but for those still alive.
For those still alive.
Kisara's right. So long as we've still got breath in our bodies, we can make a difference in the lives of others. Lives being the operative word.
Yeah.
That's what living's all about. Being able to still make a difference. Punishing yourself for the past won't make the pain of your conscience go away.
Only fixing the problem in its
Oh, that's why Kisara's
that what
mommy.
you're saying?
That's right. You have to live for tomorrow,
She's the mommy of the group.
Dohalim, not for yesterday. And not only that, you need to live for yourself, and for the change that you still can be.
I shall try.
Don't forget, we've still got a mystery to solve.
Yeah.
The Forbidden Zone, remember?
Yeah. Still
Shion.
got to figure that out.
Huh?
Thank you. You have my deepest gratitude for what you did for Faria.
Glad to be of service.
I'm glad we could stop Faria without hurting her.
You all did much for her as well.
Well. All right.
most grateful.
Oh, Faria the Pawn.
Do you think Faria was really being controlled by someone?
Well,
Certainly
obviously.
seemed that way. The question is, who? The Red Woman?
The same person who's behind all of this, I'll bet. Whoever that is.
Brainwashed or otherwise, the feelings of resentment she holds towards me are real.
Someone used her because they knew we'd hold back. If that's not playing dirty, I don't know what is.
It does tell us
Yeah.
one thing at least. Someone here in Lenegis is watching us. Someone who means us harm.
Yeah.
There's no question. That attack was meant for us alone.
By someone capable of getting inside a person and manipulating them like a weapon. We need to find whoever it is, fast.
Yeah, it's very similar to what Valoran was doing to Alphen when we were going through that area. Yep.
What is it, Rinwell? Do you hear something again?
Yeah. It's that voice.
The will of Dana's astral energy.
Oh. Are we gonna see another? Blinding. Ugh. The ceremony.
What? There's so much astral energy. But where's it all coming from? It's almost like it's alive.
Huh. Oh. What was that? Huh. A lot of
That was the spirit channeling ceremony just now. No,
yeah.
it was more than that.
What the hell was that? It felt like everything was on the brink of... like the whole world was seconds from...
Oblivion. It's the same vision as the one my thorns show me. A vision of impenetrable darkness that swallows up us and everything else.
An empty void. A nothing so complete and dominating that there aren't even words to describe it. The end of time.
The visions of the apocalypse you've been seeing. If I'd known how bad they were,
Hey, Glenn, how's it going?
Everything we just saw, those were Naori's memories, right?
That's right. It was as if her innermost thoughts were speaking directly to us. At least I know they weren't mine.
That power flowing into her. It reminds me of Shion's thorns.
Yeah.
If they're what's responsible for all these visions she's been having, then maybe... Maybe my thorns are made from that same astral energy?
Okay.
If that is the case, we just found the missing link between your thorns and what happened here 3 centuries ago. No, more than a link. Perhaps even the very heart of the matter.
I've never felt astral energy so powerful. What was that? If it's the same energy your thorns are made of, it must be dark astral energy, right? And isn't that something only Renans have?
Correct.
Yeah.
Dark astral energy is possessed by Renans alone.
And when enough astral energy gathers together, it develops its own form of sentience. If so, maybe that complete oblivion is exactly what the Renan astral energy's will is wishing for. But why?
Yeah.
I don't know. Will can be a pretty vague thing to nail down. It's more of a feeling, just like the will of Dana.
But the will of Dana is made up of astral energy too, right? And if that's what's been showing us these visions... I don't know, should we really be getting so involved with this thing?
Dana's will would never want oblivion.
But you can't say that for sure!
Cut it out, you two. Squabbling over theories will get us nowhere.
Yeah. trying to process
Let's
a
keep
lot of
moving.
this, but yeah.
If it's Dana's will showing us these memories, then I'm as clueless about its motives as any one of us. But if it could lead us to the truth, then I want to find out more.
Shion's right.
Yeah.
All we can do is keep going. If these really are Naori's memories we're watching, there could be truths in them I was never aware of. And I think they may be the kinds of truths I need to confront if we're going to keep fighting.
I'm sorry about what I said earlier. Come on, let's go.
Well,
Finally.
seeing visions. Another skit. All right. Gonna be sitting here for a little bit.
That vision we saw.
But yeah, how you doing
It
today,
was
Glenn?
as if it was meant specifically for us.
What do you make of it? Do you still think the will of Dana might be involved somehow?
Maybe it's trying to tell us something. But what?
Well, it could be supernatural. You know, like seeing dead people, messages from beyond the grave, ghost-type stuff.
That's your grand theory? That we're being haunted? Come on, Law.
Wait. He might be closer to the mark than you think. What if a person's thoughts and deeds were to somehow become indelibly
If I had
etched
to
into the
rearrange
ether of
furniture in the living
place?
room. Ah,
And what
Yeah,
if those
hey,
with a
got
connection
work
could
done.
then somehow pick
that's
up
always a
on
good
that?
thing.
You think that's what it was? Some kind of message someone left here for us?
I am merely entertaining the possibility. Whether it was Dana's will, or somehow connected to the Sovereign and Maiden's powers, I do not know.
Okay, back up a sec. You're saying that if a place is full of enough astral energy, it can somehow show us events that happened centuries ago?
More to the point, how does
So-
that much
so-
astral
for
energy
setting up a
gather in
Christi-
one place
Ah,
anyway?
that's very
Seems
much
unlikely
understandable.
it happened naturally.
Whatever it was, it survived here intact for 300 years. Whoever left it for us, the strength of their intent is beyond doubt.
The strength of their intent.
It's a Tales game, so hardly anything makes it. You say that, but I'd say there is at least I'll say that there are some Tales games out there that actually do have some actual sort of like stuff that makes sense and stuff that is actually
Might
properly
very
well
well lie the
foreshadowed.
truth behind
This area is
Shion's
one of them.
thoughts, as well as my own past. I have to be ready to face anything. Whatever happens.
Well, the only way is forward.
I'm determined to save Shion and Dana. Nothing I learn can change that.
All right. Moving on to the next area. Abyss area, Abyss Symphonia, Vesperia, a good example. Yeah. Forbidden Zone Research Area.
Hold up, you guys.
What is it?
I want to look through that room over there. I'm curious what we'll find.
That's the room you visited in your past, right?
Yeah.
Sure. We can check it out.
Okay, so that gives us a little bit of context then. So the area that Alphen was being experimented on was on Lenegis and the Forbidden Sector. Yeah.
This
More
looks
people
like
should play
some kind
Tales
of
of Abyss.
research facility.
It's so hard to find.
A laboratory secreted away in the Forbidden Zone.
I'll have to. I
Why
don't
am I
think
past being
I don't think I
surprised at this
have
point?
Looks pretty deserted.
Abyss
Let's check it
on
out.
my list of
It might
Tales
give us a
games
new
that I
lead.
was sort of like initially going to go through when I sort of started on PS2 and 3DS. Ooh. Yeah, because I had Symphonia, I had Berseria, which I've already gone through. Currently going through Arise, and I think Zestiria and Vesperia were the other two that I had sort of on my list of Tales
To the
games to
people
get
of
through.
Lenegis, the Forbidden Zone is the stuff of dreams. Yet here I am, standing within its hallowed halls.
It's off limits even for lords, then? Talk about an exclusive club.
Being exclusive is one thing, but how many important facilities let in only the Sovereign? Doesn't that seem a little strange?
Strange doesn't cover it. If it was only one room, maybe. But a place on this scale? How did they keep it from falling into ruin? Whoever the Sovereign is, they can't manage the upkeep of this whole place themselves.
Yeah,
Did no one ever talk about it when you were growing up?
No, not that I can remember. Then again, Sovereigns and Forbidden Zones weren't exactly breakfast table conversations.
The Forbidden Zone is a hallowed place, at one with the Sovereign's authority, grounds of the one true ruler who presides over all Renans. That is what we believed this place to be. No, what we were made to believe it was. But now, it is finally time to discover this area's true purpose, and why it was kept hidden behind the scenes for so long.
If you want an idea how far, yeah. Okay, so that basically Tellius game hard.
I think I can make this work.
So it's either emulation or forking over. Yeah, pretty much.
Well, can you make head or tail of it?
These are experiment records by the looks of it. Reams of them, dating back hundreds of years. Let's see. A composite being capable of controlling Dahnan astral energy so as to convert its molecular and elemental makeup. The creation of a governing central figure taking the form of a Dahnan. Codename Sovereign.
Okay.
Sovereign.
Yeah.
Wait, there's more. Research into utilizing force field crystals for the purpose of stable astral energy containment. That must be the master cores. With all this raw data, there's bound to be records here somewhere about the Maiden and the Lords, too.
About the lords? Why would they be on there?
Think about it. The Lord's crests are clearly of a piece with those of both the Sovereign and the Maiden. Not to mention the fact that the contenders to the crown are selected from otherwise regular Renan citizens. In other words, it may be that all Renans are unwittingly being made subject to some kind of grand scheme.
What about the
Yeah.
Sovereign? Does it say anything else?
Where do I start? All I've read so far is the headlines. There's so much here. To sift through all of it would require specialized... Wait,
What is it? Did you find something?
it's a list of names. with the title Test Subjects, Sovereign.
Test
It's your call.
Yeah.
Read it.
There must be dozens of test subjects listed here. Hundreds even. All of them failures. Wait, I think I've found one that was successful. Test subject number 1273. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name, Alphen.
Yep. Alphen was the successful test subject.
They re-engineered me. Right here in this lab.
Alphen.
It's fine, really. What about the others? Was I the only one?
Test subject number 10105. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name, Volron.
Volron?
That means-
Yep. I
He's
figured
only
that.
sovereign because someone made him that way too.
He's the last one.
Yep.
In 3 centuries
We're
worth
now
of
at the part of
records,
Tales where it
you
takes
and
up
Volron are the
uh,
only two
Dark Alley and
subjects
beats
on whom
them.
the experiment
Yeah,
was
pretty
a
much.
success.
But what about the winners of the crown contests? Does this mean that none of them were ever crowned sovereign after all?
None of them were. Yeah.
Upon victory, the Sovereign shall return to Rena and rule over Rena and Lenegis combined. When a new Sovereign is decided, the outgoing monarch shall relinquish their post and live out the rest of their days on Rena. So we were told. But according to these records, there have only ever been 2 Sovereigns, neither of whom had anything to do with the crown contest. It's all lies, including the part about the Sovereign residing in Rena.
Yep.
The crown contest was never about deciding a new ruler. It must always have been devised for some other purpose.
But even supposing that's true, someone must have been in charge for the past 3 centuries, right? If it wasn't the Sovereign, then who was it?
Crown contests have been held this whole time, in spite of the fact that there was already a sovereign. Me. Meaning that for the past 300 years, someone out there has to have been maintaining that lie.
Yeah.
The same person I'm willing to bet is behind all this.
The Red Woman? It's possible. But that doesn't necessarily mean she's the mastermind behind this scheme.
Yeah, I'd say
She could be working for someone else.
I'd
Someone
pretty much
back on
say
the Rena
that
homeworld.
the Red Woman is not the true villain in all
Either
this.
way, it's fair to say she's definitely involved somehow.
Yeah, she's definitely involved, but she's not the one that
What about the data records?
we gotta
Is there
beat
no
up.
other information that could help us?
Not that I can see. Just file upon file of experiment results. There's nothing here about who's behind all this, or what their endgame is, unfortunately. I've barely managed to scratch the surface, mind you. You won't be able to read through it all, but you're welcome to take a look through what you can, while we're here.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
So this is where Alphen became the Sovereign. And Volron as well.
All right. Time for another skit.
Only 2 sovereigns in over 300 years. So why has the experiment only succeeded twice in all this time? And if that's the case, why keep on doing it? Was there really no other way? Or could there be some other reason?
Dohalim.
Forgive me.
Alphen.
Dohalim once again lacking tact.
I'm just a little shaken, that's all. I knew what I was already, so it's not like it's a surprise or anything. But it's strange. I've got all this rage inside of me, but I don't even know who it's for. I'm scared that I'll put a face to it. just to have someone to blame.
If that were to happen, then No. Then we'd help you fight it, before you ever got that far. Wouldn't we, everyone?
Yeah, we wouldn't just sit by and watch you spiral out of control.
That's right. No good can come from being consumed by hatred.
If you ever start to lose your way, you can count on us to guide you back.
Yep.
To remind you where home is.
And I would be happy to lend an attentive ear, should you ever have need.
Thank you, everyone. I think I'll be okay now.
Alright. Good to know. And, alright. The Master Cores. Master Cores are instruments of power containing astral energy that belongs to one of the 6 elements. 5 of these Master Cores, those with earth, water, fire, wind, and light, are loaned to Renan Lords at the time of the Crown Contest. Only the Dark Master Core is maintained inside the Forbidden Zone until the Renis Alma is ready to be reformed, its existence kept top secret. Underneath a Master Core's spherical outer layer is a force field crystal used for the purpose of astral energy containment and stabilization, which was talked about a little bit earlier. Inside the force field, astral energy is stored in a dormant state. For the duration of their tenure, each Lord competes in the Crown Contest to amass their allotted type of astral energy. In the event of an emergency, each Lord may be allowed to withdraw from their respective stock of astral energy as necessary. However, the extent allowed is determined based on their own individual strength. Addenium 1. Design flaws have been discovered in how the Renis Alma materializes. Be advised that active Master Cores may resonate with other Master Cores located in close proximity and become unstable. Addenium 2. Due to successful regeneration of the Renis Alma, Master Cores will cease to be deployed and the Crown Contest will be permanently halted. Select the top... Spirit Cores are end terminals used for the collection of astral energy. When embedded in a biological subject, it establishes connections throughout its body. These connections are used to amass astral energy generated from physical activity, which is then emitted from the host body itself. Because this emitted energy is prone to diffuse, the host must be placed within range of a spirit vessel for the energy to be collected. This means that Dahnans must be employed to harvest the astral energy for the purpose of the Crown Contest. Given the difficulty in producing them, it is advised that spirit cores be retrieved from host bodies and reused upon their death. Spirit cores can also be embedded in Zeugles to control them via astral arts. Addenium. Increased physical load on a host body tends to produce increased astral energy emissions. Final confirmation of ideal workload to impose on host body without inducing death for maximum astral energy yields is still pending. The Sovereign. The Sovereign acts as Lenegis' central control device for the spirit channeling ceremony. Each one is granted level 2 authority and an ID crest. A Dahnan subject serves as the base of its creation. In theory, ideal candidates possess equal affinity for every astral element. However, such aptitude is statistically rare to uncover within real-world conditions. As a result, most subjects die during the adjustment period, and stability is still not guaranteed for those who survive it. This instability, coupled with the Sovereign's power of astral manipulation, pose a high risk to the security of Lenegis if left unchecked. As such, stabilization measures must be put in place via the support mechanism when utilizing the Sovereign in the spirit channeling ceremony. Addenium 1. No effective alternative methods to perform the ceremony have been found. Trials on Danon subjects are authorized to continue. Addendum 2. Unit 2 adjustments are a success. Subsequent adjustments are to be put on hold while extended observation takes place. The Maiden. The Maiden acts as the sovereign support mechanism for the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. Each one is granted level 2 authority and an ID crest. A Renin subject serves as its functions, providing the Sovereign with supplemental dark astral it lacks in tandem with the Renis Alma. During the ceremony, it is partly responsible for astral energy conversion, as well as maintaining stability over the Sovereign's own powers. Additionally, the degree of intimacy between it and the Sovereign has been observed to positively impact the level of stability in both subjects. Because of this, trial activations of the Sovereign without the Maiden present are expressly forbidden. Furthermore, neither the Sovereign nor the Maiden are to be informed about the details of the Spirit Channeling plan. Addendum 1. Mental instability in the Maiden has been deemed the cause of the past Sovereign's rampancy. Countermeasures must be considered. Addendum 2. In line with plan adjustments, the current subject will have its Maiden registration revoked and be returned to its original household. The Lords. Each crown contest, 5 of the best qualified members of the Renin populace are chosen to act as lords, vying to serve as the next sovereign. During their tenure, they are granted level 3 authority, as well as one of 5 elemental realms to administer, and its corresponding master core. They are also assigned an ID crest indicating their designated element. The selection process is based only on astral artistry and physical and mental aptitude. Other variables such as age have no bearing whatsoever, because only the strongest go on to become lords. The position itself does not inherently make an individual any stronger. It should be noted, however, that lords are not the only individuals capable of drawing out a Master Core's powers. All Renins must take part of the selection process, and acceptance of the position is mandatory. It is not allowed for those deemed suitable to decline. Furthermore, in the event of an acting lord is incapacitated and can no longer serve in their position, a replacement must be quickly prepared. Unique Adjustment Index. The following is a report on the successful case of a sovereign test subject experimentation. Full run, yep. Although subject possesses high latent potential, it exhibits significant mental instability along with a strong distaste for following orders. As such, the risks it poses surpass even those of the last successful subject, itself a failure, and is therefore under consideration for disposal. Addendum. This is the first successful case in 300 years. Previously mentioned risk factors are now mitigated due to established control protocols. Subject is to be evaluated under assumption that Plan 2 will proceed and will be dispatched to Dana under the guise of serving as a lord. All right. So, there is more to... Okay. I probably won't read out all of these, but we'll still search through these. Alright, okay. Wait, a sedative mask. Is this basically talking about the mask that Alphen was wearing that was suppressing his memories? I imagine it would have to be brainwashing report. Yeah, there's a full run. Wow. Well. Any other information? No? Well, time to move forward. Oh. Ooh, grape gel. Yay. A room unchanged over 3 centuries, like time stopped here. Ooh, got some restock of light bottles. That's good. That is very good. All right, learned pretty much all we could thus far, so. Oh, another vision. Blinding.
Naori, I...
Don't talk. I have to do this. I gave you my word that I'd help you return to Dana. The next time you open your eyes, you'll be home.
But you...
My place is here with my people. I still have a duty to fulfill.
So this was after Alphen
I'm sorry
went
for
berserk.
what you've endured. Renan never should have dragged you into this. It's not your burden to bear.
But...
The mask contains a sedative. It
Yeah.
should keep your mind from tearing itself apart any further. Let yourself go to sleep. This should help with the pain.
Okay, so it was the mask that Naori gave him. The sedative
Time to
mask.
go, Alphen. Farewell.
The prolonged exposure over 300 years as he was
His
sleeping.
injuries are worse than I thought. Short-term treatment isn't going to cut it. I'll have to switch the healing pod to long-term hibernation mode. The chance of surviving hibernation's less than 10%? And worse, long-term use of the mask carries a high risk of damaging his mind and nervous system.
Yep.
But... If I don't head back, Lenegis will be nothing but ashes. And this starship along with it. I don't know if I can fulfill my promise to you, Alphen. But if doing this will grant you even the slightest chance, I have to try.
He survived the 10%.
I hope it's enough. Please, live for me, Alphen.
Yep. So.
That vision. It must have been from when Naori helped Alphen escape Lenegis.
Yep. It was.
She sure went above and beyond the call of duty.
Even with Lenegis crumbling down around her, she chose to stay put with her people.
So that's why you lost your memories and sense of pain, and why you were asleep for that whole time. It was all the result of one agonizing decision Naori made to save your life.
Yeah. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't even be alive today. I owe her everything. More than I could ever hope to repay.
Now that you know how she felt, how do you plan on honoring her wishes?
She kept her promise. If the Renan people she fought so desperately to protect are at risk from a malevolent force, then I owe it to her to carry on her fight.
All right.
Naori was the one who put that mask on me. It made me Iron Mask.
She did it to prevent your soul from tearing itself apart. She knew you might lose your memories and sense of pain as a result. But more than anything, she wanted you to survive. And you did.
All right. Time to move on. That is a lot, but things are starting to sort of like come together, I will say. Hello? This place looks a little different than some of the other rooms we've been in. Oh. Heavy tree, hey! And anything in here? Nope. Okay.
This place. We've seen this in one of Naori's memories.
Of course.
This was the place of the ceremony. But it looks a lot different than what it was.
After 300 years, this is where it was held. The spirit channeling ceremony.
Yeah.
This is where the Renis Alma was.
So this is the place where you and Naori...
The Renis Alma isn't here now. Nor is the Red Woman, it seems.
I know it's difficult, Alphen, but there will be time to dwell on the past later. For now, we need to keep moving. Come on.
Oh?
Naori.
What is this? Is it the work of Dana's will again?
It's been a year since the ceremony. That day, I shut away inside of myself the power that caused Alphen to lose control. Since then, my visions of the future have grown more and more fearsome. Is this another memory? No, it's different this time. It's like she's speaking directly to us. What we did back then. Not so much as a day passes when I don't think about it. About what was done to us. All in the name of a ceremony. The purpose of which we were never even told. As Sovereign, they linked Alphen's consciousness to Lenegis itself.
Huh.
The Renis Alma was intended to control his power, lest anything should slip through its cracks. That day, as Maiden, my role was to temper his power. I was meant to guide it forth, and give shape to the strength inside of him.
Linked to Lenegis itself? But then, everything that's been happening...
But that power showed me a vision. A vision of oblivion. When I realized that vision was a prophecy of the apocalypse we were about to unleash, I couldn't go through with it.
You sabotaged
But without
the
a maiden,
ceremony.
the ceremony was doomed. Alphen lashed out, his consciousness no longer his own. I did what I could. Using my abilities as the Maiden, I tried to seal that power away inside of me. But it was too late. Lenegis had already been brought to its knees. Thousands upon thousands of lives so cruelly snuffed out. All because of me. Because of what I had done. With the destructive force now slumbering inside of me, I knew I had to find a way to dispose of it. Anything to make up for my failure. But I didn't know how. Especially since that power was astral energy itself. In which case, ironically enough, the Renis Alma seemed to be my best bet. That, at least, would hold the astral energy dormant. Assuming that no malevolent third party got to it first. With the Sovereign and Maiden's combined power, perhaps I could shift the chaotic energy inside me into the Renis Alma instead. That's what I hoped, but alas, it was not to be. The Renis Alma was lost, and Alphen, the Sovereign, was in a starship bound for Dana. My only choice was to seal away the destructive force inside of me using my powers as the Maiden, to buy the world what little time I could. The time needed for a new Renis Alma to be crafted, and for a new Sovereign to appear. Even if by doing so, it meant I would be passing the curse onto my descendants as well.
Yep, which would eventually become Xion.
Please, forgive me.
I never meant to burden the future world with this threat, too. I only wish that there was something more I could have done.
Wait, you can't just...
Okay. We're getting a lot of story.
Naori.
That message just now, was it directly from Naori? Or was it the Dahnan voice speaking through her?
It's a feeling that was Naori herself. Yep, you got the wardrobe change. The Sovereign outfit and the Maiden outfit.
These are the clothes that Naori and I wore during the ceremony 3 centuries ago.
So you're saying this is the Maiden's outfit?
That's right. These clothes are designed to resonate with the Sovereign and Maiden's abilities. They focus and enhance them.
And they appeared now because...
Naori must have left them here for the new Sovereign and Maiden, knowing the day would come when they would need them in their fight against the Thorns.
These outfits are directly linked to the answers we've been chasing this whole time. If they're here, it must mean it was Naori's will for us to find those answers as well.
Locating the Renis Alma would allow us to neutralize the dark astral energy inside Shion, thereby silencing her thorns. Is that what Naori's suggesting?
It makes sense. After all, Master Cores and Spirit Vessels are both able to prevent the astral energy inside them from developing sentience. By that logic, it would stand to reason that the Renis Alma would have the same ability on a larger scale.
We have a Maiden and Sovereign.
Yeah. But
now all we need is the Renis Alma.
Yeah.
And we'll finally be able to free you of your thorns. Shion.
It's possible? You really think so?
I do. We can rid you of your thorns and stop the world from falling to oblivion.
However, the spirit channeling ceremony already failed once.
Yeah.
Even if our goal is different this time, we can't be sure the same thing won't happen again. We should take care not to be too optimistic.
You're right. It's the barest sliver of a chance. But if there's even the slightest hope it can work, I'm willing to stake everything I've got on it.
I know it's too early to let myself feel relieved, but I just can't seem to help it. Just hearing there's the slightest chance, even though I know the world's still in great peril. It's selfish of me, I know, but still. No, it isn't. You found hope to believe in. It'd be strange if you weren't over the moon about it.
Rinwell's right. We can rid you of your curse and still save the world at the same time.
Yep.
Thank you. Naori entrusted us with the fate of all humanity. Now, it's up to us to prove that trust was well placed.
How soon are we gonna get to...
Starting with a little game called
next...
Hunt the Renis Alma.
Yep.
Well,
you got that.
Now we
I
just
imagine
need to
that
search
some
Lenegis
fights
and
are going to be
Rena
coming up
until we
soon.
find it.
Yeah, we can protect the world and save Shion at the same time.
I too shall lend my services. My knowledge of Renan lore is bound to be a useful asset.
And they say modesty is dead.
Miracles just seem to follow wherever you go, huh?
How do you know it's me they're following? We're all in this together, Shion. You included. Now let's get moving, shall we? Last I heard, we had an apocalypse to stop.
Yep, we sure do.
Thank you, Naori.
Okay, another skit.
So Naori sealed away the power that made me lose control of myself. She stopped my rampage and saved my life. But then, that power she'd sealed away was passed down to you. I'm so sorry, Shion. It's my fault that you're cursed.
You're wrong. What happened to you was because of the ceremony and Naori's attempt to stop Oblivion. You paid a heavy price for it, and then fell asleep for 300 years. The reason you lost your memories
Is the reason for your curse.
the thorns.
It all leads back to them. But once they're gone, we can finally put an end to all this.
When my thorns are gone, I never dared to dream that such a thing could be possible. No. The truth is, I think maybe I've always been dreaming about a life without my thorns. The touch of my family, or playing with my friends, holding hands with Rinwell, or giving Law a deserved smack, embracing everyone.
What?
All the normal things that people do together. I always wished I could experience them for myself
to deserve a
and
smack?
finally know what they were like. Is it really okay for me to believe it can happen? I'm so scared of getting my hopes up. What if it doesn't work out in the end, and...
That's not going to happen. I'm here to make sure it won't. Forget fate or destiny or anything else. We're going to live a normal life. There are a lot of things you still want to do, right?
Yeah, you're right. It's such a strange feeling. I know that we've still got plenty of fighting up ahead. And it's for my
Yeah,
sake.
I can imagine.
So I can live.
You're worth fighting for.
I believe you, Alphen.
Good. I'll keep on fighting. For as long as it takes. Until our future is finally in our hands.
Alright. Oh, and Shion, the latest maiden. Alright. Is Alphen able to do anything? No, he is not. Alright, Shion. Only able to get one thing. Revitalize. Advanced restores. Oh. Beautiful. Yes, yes. Ooh, Rinwell's got quite a few options that she has. There we go. That'll finish up that one. Kisara. Okay. Okay. Increased guardian effect, easier party. Increased crit. Strengthen counter edge. AG restore perfect evading guarding. Increased near death. Increased sound damage. Increased mid-air damage. Increased boost gauge. Boost gauge from enemy down. Let's do the boost gauge. Alright, Law. You got a few options you can go through. Oh, we can finish one of these two sets. Which one do I want more? Do I want enemy down, boost gauge, faster AG recovery? Let's go for this one. And Dohalim. You're not able to do anything right now, so we'll have to wait. Oh. So Dale Arthalis, huh? Grand Matharless. Oh, woman with no wall. Okay, so another skit to go through, and we'll once we're done with the skits, we'll get to equipping.
Sounds like this Naori chick had quite the big heart.
Her position demanded nothing less. From the sound of things, she didn't focus on differences, least of all those between Renans and Danans.
Yeah. It was Naori who first showed me that such a thing was even possible. And then she saved my life by sending me back home to Dana.
Not only that, but she willingly stayed behind on Lenegis for the sake of her people. It sounds like she was quite the hero, all right. A truly caring person.
It's as if walls meant nothing to her. The ones separating the Renans from the Danans, or herself from others. She had no need for them.
Which basically meant that she never had anything to break down in the first place, huh? Yeah. I think you may be right about that.
You inherited that legacy. Her wish for the world.
Don't I know it?
She's kind of like a lodestar guiding our way. Showing us what we can aspire to.
Oh. Alright. Alright, equipment. Oh, we got an even different new art. Nice. Okay, so no, we're already got those equipped. Huh. All right. We'll still keep the unkempt hair. Yeah, I still kind of like, yeah, still kind of like that, but yeah, we're gonna do thing, but I'm gonna switch out. Let's see here, what can we? Oh, Stark here. Angel wings, devil wings, butterfly wings. I kind of like, yeah, the star hair clip. Give a little semi-symmetry. All right. No trace of power. All right. Okay, so okay. This will lead me to next area. All right. There we go. Anything in the room for us to collect? No?
That's quite some door, all right. This might finally be it. The heart of the beast.
We'll find the Renis Alma and the Red Woman inside, right?
Oh, we're assuming.
After everything we've been through to get here, they damn well better be.
We'll probably be needing you to open this one for us, Sovereign.
Go for it, Alphen.
Yep.
This is it, guys. Time to see what secrets are in store.
Go to the depths of the Forbidden Zone. Oh, Strange Manor. Yeah, this.
We're a long way from the residential quarters now. It looks completely different.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, this place... it reminds me more of being back inside the Wedge.
Yeah, a little bit.
Except the Dahnan astral energy feels even stronger here.
In a portion of the city reserved purely for the Renan Sovereign.
Maybe he just has strange tastes?
This place looks like it has been here for quite some time now. If its design were a matter of personal preference, we would be talking from centuries ago. Or perhaps even further back. Still, this isn't the sort of decadence of taste spoken of in artistic circles. So what is it then?
Hold up, decadence? Artistic circles?
When a preference
Law.
is indulged to its extreme,
Law never change.
it
Never
descends
change
into
law.
kitsch, eccentricity for the sake of it. I'd be happy to illuminate you further.
That depends. Does it involve you buying me lunch?
The void that art fills isn't the stomach, it's the soul.
In that case, I'll let you know the next time my soul starts to rumble.
Now all we need is something to fill up the void inside your head.
Shut up!
Never change, Law. Never change. Well. I actually gotta save that for later.
Volron! He really was still alive.
And there's the Renis Alma. Then, is this another spirit channeling ceremony?
Wait, though. Something doesn't seem right here.
Yeah, he's.
Once more, the powers must be united. Born from the fires of chaos, the world does seek its rightful state. All must be sacrificed in the heart of Rena, at the shrine of the true sovereign.
What has happened to him? He's lost himself, reduced to a mere cog in a machine.
Hey, look! Over there!
Isn't that the Maiden's crest?
Can it be that this entire chamber is meant to act as a substitute for the Maiden?
It looks
Oh?
like it's still running, but... are we already too late to stop the ceremony?
If that's what caused Lenegis' transformation, then the purpose of the ceremony must have been to drain all the astral energy out of Dahna.
But for
Oh.
what purpose? What could possibly need astral energy on that sort of scale?
I don't know. But whatever it is, I'll bet it's connected to those visions of oblivion. Regardless, we cannot stand by and let them steal Dahna's energy. That said, we should retrieve the Renis Alma. Because right now, we need that most of all.
And you expect them to just let you take it?
He's not gonna lunge at us out of nowhere, right?
Not the time, Law.
Alphen, look!
The Red Woman! So we finally found you. I have a lot of questions for you.
Wait!
What?
They all have the same face? How is that even possible? What is this?
Who the hell are they?
It can't be. Are they even
I think they're the true rulers of Rena.
Well,
They're not feeling particularly tough.
It's no use, Elfin. If we don't fight, we may as well be sitting ducks here.
Good point. Let's stop them before this gets out of hand.
Hurricane Strike!
Ow.
This one's mine!
Dragon Swarm!
Mega Ray! Annihilation!
How about this?
Mega Ray! Tempest Swirl!
Flaming Meteor! Inferno Crossing!
Try harder!
Go here!
Raging Cascade!
Appreciate the help!
Plenty left! No one will escape my judgment! More for the satellite! Slow Flash! More with that arrow!
Here, let me help.
well,
Their arcs were interrupted!
Hear my call!
Dragon Swarm!
It's go time!
One's all mine!
Not on my watch!
Leave the chargers to me!
This one's mine!
Look sharp! Smash you! Take this!
Shining Supernova!
Hard up!
wait. Oh, Alpha just okay.
Raging Cascade! Don't leave me!
You're on! Appreciate the help! Flaming Meteor!
Radiant
Inferno Crossing!
Supernova!
Look sharp!
Into the wind! Air thrust! Light Astral! Illuminate magic is there!
On guard! Look sharp!
Searing flame! Reload!
On guard!
Lightning orb! Raging Cascade! Strike with my arc!
This one's
Dance
mine!
in the wind!
It's over!
In here!
Not today!
Hurricane Strike!
Going in! So tired!
Take
More
this!
of that glacial fear!
In a bind?
Is this it?
Awkward. Alpha.
Here's a healing arc! First aid!
I owe you one.
Close one!
I'll smash you! Hurricane Strike!
Freeze
This one's mine!
Take this in the wind! Ice tornado! Leave arc spin!
Earthling Spin!
More for that in your dreams! Here's a healing arc! First aid!
Appreciate
Render!
the help!
Arrow squall! Too much to handle!
This one's mine!
This one's mine! Tornado breaker! This one's mine!
Inferno Crossing!
Arrow squall! I'll heal you all! I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing arc to deal with this.
I let my guard...
Oh,
You'll
pay for that!
Can do.
Guardian
Guardian
Shield! I'm ready to go!
Raging Cascade!
Take
Wait
this!
now. More for the
Hurricane
stockpile.
Strike!
Look out! Blah, blah, blah.
It's over!
By the power
all right. Let's get.
of steel.
Hero!
Mega Ray.
No further!
I'm going to need to
Blade.
use all the
Smash
power of
you.
my healing arts to accomplish this.
Light up!
We're gonna need Xion back.
Ready. Now for something ready to go.
Switch! Not like this!
Oh,
Kisara, really?
starting wind. Carve now through all. In here. Take it. This one's mine. This one. It's over. Light ready. By the power of water.
Dragon Swarm!
Let me out!
Illuminate the burning.
Water Shield and Tornado! Hurricane Strike! Look sharp!
Coming through! Ha! Now!
Scarlet Inferno.
Scarlet Inferno!
Will this help?
Oh, by not in your dreams. I never miss.
In here! Get
Raging
shot!
Cascade.
Burn in hell!
That's it. Reload.
Hurricane!
All right. Yeah. Let's get.
Strike!
There!
Mega Ray.
Here I come!
Take this!
Annihilation.
You're finished!
Hurricane Strike.
I'm not done!
You get the gist. Mega Ray. Only
This
left.
one's mine!
Rising Falcon!
Tiger Blade! Hurricane strike! Explosive round! Piercing roar! Armor won't save you!
In here!
Tiger blade!
Rise and shine!
This one's mine! I'm not done!
Lightning orb! Raging cascade! Magic is there! Sleep now!
Ow.
Time to shine!
Listen to it! Wind astral energy!
Flaming
Warrior!
meteor!
Lightning to death! Thunderblade! Here's a magic is there!
You're mine! Glacial fire! Not today! Tiger blood! I can handle it! I never miss! Hurricane strike! Far enough! Here I come! Azure storm! Falling Tiger swarm!
Light! Lightning!
Try this!
Downfall!
Lunar arc!
And
Here, let me help! Unguard! You're mine! You're finished!
Downfall! Raging
Hurricane strike! This one's mine!
Here's a healing arc!
One more!
Raging cascade! Burst it!
Azure storm!
Going in!
It's on!
Dance in the wind!
Dragon swarm! Not today!
In here!
I'm out of
Tiger
armor
blade!
blade!
I'm almost
Here I come!
this one!
Inferno crossing!
pain.
Mega ray!
Take this!
Light astral energy!
Gemini Aqua!
Time for
Strike!
Illuminate
Azure
magic is
storm!
there!
Flaming meteor! Dragon swarm!
Inferno
crossing!
and
Take this! Good shot!
I'll fix you
I
up!
let my guard down. Martin, stay away from my friends!
Kisara's gonna need to get up again.
Permanent surrender!
No!
Ow.
Can't get... Here! This should do it!
And are you kidding me?
I'll bring you back from death's abyss! Ready to go!
Going in! Look sharp! I can handle it!
And another.
Here's a healing arc!
Let me out!
I still got some fight left in me!
An outstanding effect!
Cyan instant!
Denied! In a bind?
Raging
This
storm!
one's
Mine!
This should do it! Try harder! This one's
one's
mine!
mine.
Hurricane strike! Eat dirt! It's on!
Oop.
Going in!
That should help us out.
Dragon swarm!
I'll heal you all!
You picked the wrong
Here
fight!
goes! Here goes!
Take this!
Healing
It's
circle!
over.
Let me
Meteor.
down on my watch! Thanks so much!
May
I'm
if anything in
not
armor
taking
is
it.
all mine. Try harder! I'll smash you! My turn!
Burning steel!
Crush!
Glacial spear! Here's evil!
Ah, crud. Alright.
What my heart can do!
I'm ready to go!
Crud.
Any more of this and I'll burn out!
Thank you.
Or never!
Alright.
Come forth! Inferno! Holy land! Lightning!
You're mine! Flaming meteor!
We've got a whole lot
Here I come!
to fight through here.
Annihilation! Lightning orb! Downfall!
At least one of them is
Blazing storm!
Far enough!
close to being finished.
Not today! Take this!
I never miss! Divine!
Take this!
Inferno
It's
crossing!
over!
I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing arts to accomplish this. Heart seal! I'll heal you all! Get in the wind! In here! I'm sorry. Searing flame!
You're mine! You're finished!
Alright.
Lightning orb! Water! Here's my tiger blade! Inferno crossing! Illuminate
In a
the
bind?
dark! Come forth, holy healer!
And when relevant.
Hear me, flame of fury! Burning strike!
Actually, no, there we go.
Forgive me. This is my fault.
Okay.
I don't even know the word defeat.
Shattering pieces! Attack time! I'm ready for mercy.
Falling forward! It's time to finish this!
Oh, that might help us out.
Consuming wildfire!
Please finish off one of them. Nope, not yet.
From calamity. No escape! Burn in hell!
Flaming meteor! Where are you going? Ready to go!
It's a far enough!
Radiant
Don't
spear!
suffer in silence.
All right, time for pineapple.
This should do it! Snake could be abyssal deep. Clear for us a path.
I'm out of ammo! One Inferno! I don't see you all! Tiger blade!
Try harder! Light.
Hear my call!
Heal!
Spread!
You're mine!
Dazzling
You're
spin!
finished!
Water! Hear my call!
Listen, go! Take this!
Really?
New lease on life! Not like this! Resuscitation!
No rest for the wicked.
Hear me! Flame
Oh,
of
good.
fury!
Can you take it? You're finished!
Hear my call!
I can carve through armor!
Spread! Counter spear! Here's evil!
From
Freeze
beyond,
Lancer!
imbue this vanquished soul with love. You picked the wrong fight!
Train harder.
All right, good.
You're mine! Take this!
Searing flame! Light up the dark! Show you what my Let the marksman handle this!
Good.
That'll bring you down! Hurricane strike!
Look sharp! You're mine! Raging storm!
Here! Let me
You're mine!
Hear my
Dragon
call!
form! Heal!
Flaming meteor!
Broken ring!
Burning
Shattering pieces!
Hear my call!
You're mine! I'll smash you! Air
Tiger blade! Far enough!
blood! Cleansing you I'm not done! Bloody
Nope. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
Hurricane cannon circle!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Not like this.
I couldn't make it in time.
It's over! I'm all
Take this!
fucked up! Mega
It's
ray!
over!
Do it!
Totally!
Wait.
In an instant! Impact block!
One down.
Beyond, imbue this
Oh.
vanquished soul with light!
Oh, okay. So all I had to do is just beat one of them? Huh. Yeah, because that would have been an extremely long fight if I had...
Fighting is useless now! Do you think it's really over?
No, it's not.
Astral energy. Watch out! They've got something up their sleeve!
What?
It's self-destructed?
Alvin!
I'm okay. Just a little roughed up.
You had me worried there.
That's
Who said you
well,
could
whatever
touch
that red woman was certainly fit the description of what I had as far as like a theory of. Oh, and Volren Zolwick.
Damn it! He's awake!
I should have thought as much. So you know this place? Naturally, it was built for me, after all. We'll save that for another time. More pressing is how I'm going to tear you apart.
Even after all this time, you still insist on hating me?
You cut me down. Sovereign or not, you will pay for that.
You're obviously bluffing. You can't even move right now.
Really, is that what you think? Did you really think that such a petty device could hold me?
Are you going to claim it's because you're a ruler? Be it sovereigns or lords. In the end, they're all titles given by someone else.
Plus, what kind of ruler would spend all his time chasing Alf, who happens to be another sovereign?
Idle prattle. I proved my worth and the Sovereign's powers were granted to me.
Were they really? We already know the title of Sovereign doesn't denote royalty. It is but an overblown codename for those with a designated part to play in these proceedings.
Yep.
You mentioned before that you were not the only one stolen from Dana, correct?
Yeah. There were countless. And every one of them besides me died.
All of those failed experiments, and they still kept going back to Dana. There must have been some vital reason their subject had to specifically be a Danan. Then there were the records we found in the library, for you and Volron. They were logged 300 years apart, and yet the data they took from you was exactly the same. Which leads us to a single conclusion.
Then you mean Boran was kidnapped just like Alphen? But then he became a...
A slave from Dana. Just like us.
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
I pretty much surmised that from the fact that
So he posed as
that
a
the
Renan
records
and
were
caused
kept
all that
in the
suffering
same
to his own
area.
people?
How could you? If you knew the pain of being a slave, why would you inflict that upon others?
Renan and Dana are meaningless distinctions. Me and everyone else. That is all that matters. I will stand above all others and take what is rightfully mine, starting with this.
A red woman?
Another one?
Give your master back on Rena this message. No one makes a fool of me. Let them know I'll make them suffer.
Don't do it!
Serenus Alba!
It's too late. You can't stay here.
We need to go. Alphen!
well, if you read between the basically his doing all this because he just say yeah, pretty much, pretty much. That's quite a leap and fall. And yeah, that's the look of rage.
Go. But know I will be your shadow no matter where you try to run.
Let's go.
All right, time to get out of here.
Never forget, I am the one who devours everything. Who answers to neither spirit nor man. My word is law. I am.
Well, your barbecue. I bet you for both
Are you two okay?
having the most reasonable motive.
We'll be fine.
Is Volron... Have we finally seen the last of him?
We can but hope.
Those red women. What the heck was their deal? Could they be the ones behind all this? The same ones who put those soldiers in Faria in a trance?
What? Those brainless things? Either way, they've done a runner with the Renaissalma. Damn it, that's the second time now!
Yep.
Whatever's stolen from us, we'll steal it back. The future's ours to protect. And right now, those things are what's standing in our way. We can head them off at Rena.
Did you say Rena?
Yep. JK,
Volron
you go
mentioned the
Bridge
master of theirs haunted in the motherland somewhere.
If that monstrous form's their true identity, I shudder to think who they take orders from.
Yeah. There's a good chance it's not human. That's for sure.
So this thing over on Rena, that's what's really behind all this, huh?
They have the Renaissalma in their grasp already, so it's unlikely they'll have cause to return to Dana. I agree that Rena's our best shot.
Well,
Then
no,
we're
time
agreed.
to take to the
Let's
skies
head back
again.
to the
Yep.
starship.
Time to take to the skies again.
But seriously, I was not expecting Volron to actually be here.
He seemed to care not one whit about Renans or Danans.
Yeah, not in a good way like with us.
Yep. Recover all HP. And the Red Woman.
I didn't see that coming about Volron. As for those red women, to think they were monsters all along.
Tell me about it. One minute they look perfectly human. Next thing you know, they're not actually human at all.
They definitely weren't Renan or Danan. I'm not even sure language would get through to them.
So what were they then? Human Zoogle hybrids?
Is the most terrifying thing anyone said all day?
How about you, Shion? Dohalim? You ever seen anything like that before?
No, never. However, if they're the same as the Red Woman we've seen with Volron, I think it's safe for us to assume they understand our language at the very least.
I had just so much I wanted to ask them. About Rena. And Shion's thorns.
Unfortunately, they blew themselves up before we got the chance. Why would they do such a thing, though? To take us with them? Or in order to keep something hidden?
Both sound plausible to my ears. They took off with the Renaissalma too, remember?
Yep, they did.
Yeah, they did. And the next time we meet them, we're going to make sure they tell us everything they know.
Yeah, it just sort of makes me think about my theory of the fact, yeah, sort of like this sort of like mysterious third race that could be sort of like controlling everything. Yep. Looks like that theory is definitely getting more and more credence. We can't fast travel. Okay. Kind of want to avoid... Yeah, I'm not gonna...
Out of our way! This one's mine! Fall back! I'll hold them off!
Alright. Oh, wait. Other way. I can sneak around you. Now, sneaking around these guys is going to be a little bit more of a... Oh, did it. See you later, buckos.
What the? When did it get pitch dark all of a sudden?
The lights are all out. Think it has something to do with the explosion back in the Forbidden Zone? Joe?
You two.
Faria, Avakir. Thank goodness you're safe.
Avakir filled me in about everything. About how I ambushed you all.
She doesn't remember a thing. So she really was being controlled.
He told me about Tarnagin, too. Is it true?
What difference does it make? What's done is done.
Stop casting me off, just for once!
Faria, not now. It can wait. Dohalim, Lenegis is in grave peril.
So I can see.
It's the city's core reactor. It's damaged. Some of the basic systems we've managed to keep online, but complete restoration's still a way off.
You're an elite technician, though. You can fix it, right?
If so, then what's the problem?
Panic's begun to set in among the citizens.
Yeah.
Until now, whenever something like this happened, the Sovereign would issue a decree. But this time, not so much as a peep. Any longer, and we run the risk of riots breaking out before we can get things back up and running.
Forget the Sovereign. I doubt you'll be hearing from him anytime soon.
What's that supposed to mean? Do you know something I don't?
Yep, a lot.
Suffice it to say, the Sovereign isn't the kind of ruler we thought he was. That is, if he ever even existed, which is looking doubtful at this stage.
Are you out of your mind? Why, if people knew that a lord such as yourself was whispering such blasphemy, they'd...
There's no time to explain now. It sounds like we need to find a way to keep Lenegis from spiraling out of control.
We need to stop that riot.
But how do we do that?
Well,
Riots
people
feed
haven't
on
rioted
discontent
yet.
and unrest, right? So if we want to keep the peace, we just need to put people's minds at ease.
At ease? Like by letting them hear directly from someone they trust. That's it. Who's the highest-ranking person in Lenegis right now?
Lenegis wouldn't have a next in line. After all, you said the Sovereign rules over everyone directly, right?
Correct. The closest thing to an authority figure would be a lord. And the only one left is...
Yeah.
Ah, very well then. Avakir, you mentioned a few facilities were still online. Which ones?
All right. Dohuli.
Why hasn't the Sovereign said anything?
Please, won't somebody explain what's going on?
Is it over? What's going to happen to all of us?
Heed me now, fellow Renans of Lenegus. It is I, Lord Dohalim Ilkaris of Elda Menancia.
Ah, they gave him the,
There, it's Lord Dohalim!
Hold on! He should be in the crown contest! Shouldn't he? Why isn't the Sovereign talking to us?
The Sovereign is seeing to other matters right now. In my capacity as Lord, I speak to you in his stead. You're afraid. As people so often are when faced with the unknown. I hope you'll allow me to put your fears to rest. The city's core reactor has experienced a malfunction. However, we have our top engineers attending to the matter, and things will soon be back to normal. I know that you feel abandoned, perhaps more scared and alone than ever before. But I ask you all to keep one thing in mind. You are Lenegus, not the Lords and Sovereign. The solidarity of its citizens is the mortar that holds it together. If we don't allow ourselves to be distracted by our differences, if we put our hearts and minds together and stand as one, I am confident we will find new hope. I would be honored to stand with you. Not as a person of loftier rank, but as another human being among men. I hope that you'll lend me your strength, for if we can persevere as one, I know a bright tomorrow awaits.
Oh, and power's back on. Well, Dohuli being the ever the politician that he is.
Your speech seems to have done the trick. Looks like the city won't be descending into chaos after all.
I only pray the relief will tide the city over for the time being.
What you said earlier, about the Sovereign possibly not even existing, was it true?
It's still too premature to say with any certainty, but I believe so. This whole time, this world we've been fed was a lie, built on nothing but falsehoods.
But it can't all have been...
I can believe it.
Yeah.
After everything I saw in the Forbidden Zone, what they did to Faria, it's the only explanation that makes sense.
But what about hierarchy, Avakir? Authority? The very foundations of Renan society? How can we live without someone to guide us?
Guide yourselves.
I'd say we found someone capable of doing just that, wouldn't you?
Oh, okay. Okay, just rely on another person. Oh well.
You? You can't be serious.
I have business I must take care of first. But once everything is over, I shall return. But not as your sovereign, nor as a leader the likes of which the people here are used to, I think.
But how else do you propose to rule?
I'm not sure yet. All I have is a feeling that here in Lenegus, a new dawn is on the verge of breaking. One in which people won't be judged by birthright or on the power of their astral arts, but on other things. More important things. Things like, oh, I don't know, musical talent, for example.
When I bumped into you after all those years, I said you were no different. But I was wrong. Truth is, you were always different. I feel like maybe now I can finally begin to accept Tarnigan's death. To see a future.
You go finish whatever it is you've got to do. I'll hold down the fort here in Lenegus till you get back.
Thank you.
Oh.
I guess you're not going to make it to Menancia for the foreseeable future, huh?
Pretty much.
Indeed. Forgive me.
The people of Elda Menancia can look after themselves just fine.
Yeah,
It's the ones
that's
here on Lenegus who need someone to guide them. Besides, with you leading the people here, it'll help spread the idea of coexistence beyond Menancia's borders that much faster.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're in it for the long haul.
How could I not be, after the second chance that I've been granted? From this day forth, I shall dedicate myself to the future inhabitants of this world. Though the memories of the departed shall remain forever in my heart.
Remember, you're going to be leading the people here, not ruling them.
True enough.
Yeah.
Whatever would I do without you, Kisara?
With or without her, I suspect you're gonna have
there's a
your
lot of
hands
things that
full
you
when
would
the
be able
time
to do without
comes.
her.
We should be heading back to the ship. Business on Rena awaits.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Oh, and Dohalim? Yep, running leader. And now he has... Okay. Ground Dasher. Easier, perfect fading dart. Ground Dasher, Demon Strike, Advanced Earth Art that gushes. Sure. Ooh. There we go. Another constellation completed for Law. And okay, so that will finish up a constellation. Yeah, let's do that.
Looks like the people of Lenegus can...
Huh? Another skit.
In one sense, when all is said and done, perhaps I have been a slave this whole time too.
You, a Renan Lord? How do you figure that exactly?
I was complicit in the Renan system, bound by its values, resigned to being swept along, without the resolve to take a stand. And when I realized the severity of my mistake, all I longed for was punishment. A lord. And yet my first instinct was to place my fate in the hands of others.
I think I can relate. I
Yeah,
couldn't
not
stand watching my people bow and scrape their way
complete
through
comparison,
life.
but
I didn't know what
it
else
still
I
holds
could do
true.
about it either. The ability to think for yourself and be your own master. That's what separates a slave from a free person. At least, that's what Law's dad Zephyr used to say. Zephyr taught me how to fight. But in doing so, he also taught me how to live.
07.
Even if it means stumbling along the way. If it's on a road of our own choosing, free of regret. Why, that's the road of freedom. Or, to put it another way, so long as his heart is compromised, even the loftiest of kings is no freer than a slave. I think I finally understand now. This Zephyr character sounds like he was a wise man indeed. I only wish I could have met him.
There's just so much I wish I could ask him, especially now. I wonder, have I been correctly carrying on the torch that he passed to me?
Oh, and wiping the slate.
How long have you known?
Known what?
About the darkness I carry inside me. You seem to have been aware of it for quite some time now.
Why ask me now? What does it matter? But yes, I have.
Irony is that the
pretty much
Renans are
known
also
that something was
yeah,
gnawing at
it's
you
also-
ever since we left
it just wore
Menancia.
nicer chain. Yeah,
So basically,
pretty
since
much.
the very start of our journey, then. Just when I thought I couldn't feel more ashamed.
Leave the past where it belongs. We have no need for it now. You're forging ahead. That's what matters. If my brother could see you, he'd be proud.
Not as proud as he would be. Of his sister,
Another
I'm sure.
07 for Miguel.
Well then,
Another
just as well
07.
it's not a competition, huh?
Oh, and another skit leaving the nest.
Kisara? Anyone at home in there?
Sorry. Did I look distracted?
Among other things. To be entirely honest, I couldn't tell whether you were smiling or frowning.
You were thinking about Dohalim, weren't you?
That obvious, huh? I was just thinking how good it is to see him moving forward at last. It was always so infuriating, knowing how capable he could be if he just put his mind to it. A prisoner trapped in a cage of his own self-doubt. But now, he's finally beginning to spread his wings. I'm happy for him.
So, then why do you look so sad?
Oh, I don't know if I'd say sad. There's a bittersweetness to it, I guess. It's good and strange, knowing that he won't be needing me anymore.
That's just the motherly
It probably
instincts
sounds
kicking
weird,
in there,
doesn't it?
Kisara.
I have this massive worry off my mind. I should be jumping up and down for joy, right?
Must be that maternal instinct of
Yeah,
yours at work.
pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
Rinwell's right. You're like a mother bird, finally letting go as her child takes his first shaking and nervous flight from the nest.
A pretty big child.
That's one way to look at it. I wouldn't like to see Dohalim's face if he heard you say that. All this has made me realize I can't allow myself to become a prisoner of my own making like he was. If Dohalim can forge his own path ahead, then I can too. I won't be left behind.
All right. Okay, they finally finished that up. Okay.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Gonna go ahead. Yep. Ooh. Yeah, let's make some grilled mushrooms. Alvin, don't.
That came out great. Everyone's gonna be real surprised.
All right. All right. Manage the ranch. Miracle feed. Yep. Alright. Can we forge some weapons at this point? Oh! Yes, we can. That is looking really good for Xion. Yeah, let's go ahead, craft and equip. There we go. Okay, we're gonna need some more money. Oh, no. Oh, that's already equipped. Okay, so... Okay, so we can make that. It's just gonna be... Need to start selling some stuff. All right. Oh yeah, okay, so she already has that equipped. Alright, you already have that equipped. And you don't need that. Alright. Go ahead. Sold. Sold. Sold and sold. Alright. Yep. Okay. Yeah, since we don't need some of these materials anymore, we can... Okay. That should be good for now.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Alright, back on. We'll make our way back towards the ship. Sovereign Truth. Central. Wait. What's that over there? Oh, no, okay. Nothing important. Okay. Oh. Okay, we already grabbed what was over here. Oh. Had to make our way back over here. Alright. That should take us to the hangar. Yep, take off departure area. Okay. Starship Falmate.
I thought we'd find answers on Lenegis, but we just ended up finding more questions.
We
You can
answered
say
a
that
few
again.
things. We answered
And
a
now
few
we
things.
have more problems to fix too, like figuring out how to reform Lenegis.
That can wait for now. We've got more than enough on our plates to deal with as it is. Like figuring out who's really running the show on Rena.
Yeah, which is why we're going to the Renan homeworld.
Yep.
All the answers we've been looking for are on that planet. The person responsible for all this, the Red Woman and the Renaissalma. The answers have to be there. Are we prepared to finally find them?
So, what do we do first when we get there?
We know nothing
Yeah,
about
that
the
was gonna be
Renan
a question.
homeworld or what we might face once we arrive. We should get a feel for how things are on the ground before we take any serious steps.
It's also entirely possible that the first thing we're going to face is an attack.
If we come across
Yeah.
the capital, we should...
What? Hello? Huh. That was, okay. Just standing outside in the void of space. Speaking of attacks. Huh. So that just happened.
Damn! The hell just happened?
Our course has been altered. The coordinates are pointing to a different destination.
What's that?
The ship's controls aren't accepting my commands. The engine is being shut down.
That's bad, right?
Yeah.
Quite bad. We've lost control of the ship.
Is all of this the Red Women's doing?
You can probably
Are they
imagine
trying
so.
to finish us off before we can land?
Everyone, look there!
Huh. So, Rena is just a hollow... Oh. Oh. That's not good. Now Rena is collecting the astral energy itself. Okay. What is that supposed to mean, though? So whatever they've had planned is about to come to fruition. Huh.
A flower blooming out of Rena?
But that flower looks like it's absorbing all of Dana's energy.
And it appears Lenegis is serving as a conduit for that energy to reach here. Could that have been its true purpose all along?
If that's true, do you think the people back on Lenegis are all right?
We can only pray that they are.
Damn it! Haven't they taken enough already? When is this going to end?
The Flower of Oblivion.
With everything that's happening, we need to get back to Lenegis. Is the ship still offline?
Unfortunately, yes. Even more so than when it laid dormant.
Can you fix it?
Starships are extremely complex machines. One wrong move while we're out here in space could very well cost us our lives.
So what? We're just stuck inside here, floating around? For how long?
I don't believe this. We've made it all this way.
Someone
and now we're
someone
stuck here?
punched the machine. Someone punched the machine.
We're watching
Come on, Law.
Dana die before our eyes, and we have no choice but to sit here and starve to death?
Law, calm down. You're not the only one who's worried here.
Right. Sorry.
Darn it! We needed to punch the machine. It will get us back.
It's still too early to give up.
God damn it!
There has to be a way to get out of this.
Alphen.
Oh.
Now what?
The starship, it's back online?
No, this is different. Something is pulling our ship in towards it.
He'll be joining us tomorrow. So what's pulling us in? Is it Lennigus again? We're heading back to Lennigus.
We managed to get moving, but where are we?
It looks like Lennigus in here.
Yeah.
Do you think we might run into more Renans here? Or those red women?
Perhaps. Someone brought us here. The question is, who?
We haven't been ambushed, so that probably means they aren't hostile. Still, why would anyone want to bring us here?
Hey, Shion!
If they wanted to attack us, they could have done so while we were back on the starship. We should see where this path takes us.
Well, time to get moving. Look around. Okay, well, we'll have a skip first.
Shion, just in the nick of time. Here, lend me a hand while I...
No!
What the... Oh, right. The thorns. My bad.
No, I'm the one who should apologize. I overreacted.
Again, Law? Can't you even go a minute without putting your foot in your mouth?
Seriously, it's fine. I'd rather that than people feeling like they're walking on eggshells around me. Besides, I'm the one who should be vigilant about not touching you guys, not the other way around.
Actually, I've been meaning to ask. Not being able to touch people, does it ever get lonely sometimes?
I guess I never really thought about it in those terms. It was either accept it for what it was or come undone. Before long, it was just part of my everyday reality. I think I even forgot there was another way to live. Which isn't to say I didn't feel alone. I did. Always.
So numb to your reality, you couldn't even recognize it as loneliness? I don't know how you managed.
It's fine. I know I'm not alone anymore.
But I can't even touch you. No way of lending you a shoulder when you're down? Even Alphen.
I appreciate the concern. Until I get rid of these thorns, I guess I'll have to put up with it just a little longer. But not forever. Alphen promised me that. Maybe it'll be soon, maybe it won't be. But either way, the day will come. And I'll be ready when it does.
Yeah, just hang in there. One day, we'll share a big warm hug. You'll see. I promise.
Aw, adorable. Oh, and another skip, lightening the mood.
Boo!
What the? Are you out of your mind? This isn't the time for games, Rinwell.
Oh, come on. How am I supposed to resist with you looking all jittery like that?
It's called experiencing feelings appropriate to the situation. You ought to try it sometime.
Yeah, but seeing you act all nervous, you're making me start to feel nervous too.
Oh, sorry.
Staying alert is important, but too much caution can cloud your judgment. Try to strike a balance.
In other words, get a room, you two. No. I kid. Oh.
I still can't get over what we saw happening outside the starship.
Yeah, our planet's really not doing too hot right about now.
I've only ever seen Rena from the surface of Dana, so I figured it was just another round planet like ours. Still though, I never would have imagined Rena actually looked like that. And what's the deal with that giant flower coming out of it?
Beats me. I have absolutely no clue. It's so surreal. It looks like a broken egg or something.
Rena and Dana. We were taught that both worlds were spherical bodies that floated amongst the stars in the heavens. But to think that they lied to us not only about the Sovereign and the Crown contest, but also the form of our own planet.
Dohalim.
Okay.
That is kind of odd. It's like, you would think that throughout those centuries, someone would have at least sort of like studied Rena from sort of like the vantage point that it had, and noticed that it was never a celestial body that rotated. And it seemed like almost intentionally that,
Who's the wise guy that summoned us here? That beam of light joining Dana and Rena. It was the Renan side that it first came from, right?
That's what it looked like. And then the Danon side responded.
Perhaps it was some kind of directive from the Renan homeworld? To reawaken the Wedge and Lenegis?
Which would mean that whoever's behind all this is on Rena after all.
Yeah.
But what are they after? Is it really worth going through all this trouble just to steal Dana's energy?
Try to stay calm. With so many factors we don't understand, dwelling on it won't get us anywhere. What is it?
No, it's just... Zephyr once told me the same thing. So much for me making progress, huh?
You made it this far, didn't you? You notice something, you change it. That's all anyone can do. But you can't stand still in the meantime.
All right. So, what brought us back over here? Floor is inaccessible. Oh. Anything around here? No treasure chests? Nothing? Okay. Alright, what's gonna be revealed here?
This place looks a lot like that room we saw back in the Forbidden Zone.
Huh? What's that? It's one of those!
A red woman in disguise. Or is this their true form?
So it was a trap?
It doesn't look like it can move.
Yeah, I don't think that...
Tell me, are you the one who brought us here?
That is correct. It is unusual for me to have unexpected guests these days.
It can talk.
NANI?! What are you?
Hevrect 35.
Hevrect 35.
Hevrect 35. Is that your name?
Correct.
What is this place? No, wait, before that, just what exactly are you? Are you somehow associated with the Red Women?
Before I answer, I have a question for you. How did you all arrive in this sector?
We did not come to this place by choice. Our ship was brought here against our will, by a group of red women who can shift into the same form as you.
In that case, we can assume my brethren who serve the Great Spirit have deemed you all to be a threat most grave.
What do you mean, serve? Are you saying there really is someone more powerful than the Red Women, pulling their strings?
What did you do to us?
I examined your bodies. You have not been harmed in any way. Identifiers detected. The Sovereign and Maiden are among you. However, you aren't under its control. I see why they viewed you as a danger now.
Oh, goody. More riddles.
Do you think we can trust this thing?
Like it or not, it may be our best chance at a ticket out of here. Let's at least hear it out.
Yeah.
I shall now answer your questions. We are Helgenquil.
Helgenquil.
The Red Women you encountered previously are a form of disguise we employ from time to time, but not our true form.
Helgenquil?
You are on Dake Phasol, a celestial base which drifted here by accident.
Oh.
The will of Rena's great spirit no longer reaches us here. Since my sudden separation from the Great Spirit's influence, I have used any and all means to extend my lifespan. As I have done so, I have also set out to monitor and research Rena and Dana from this position.
A question. What is this great spirit of which you speak? Is it something that rules over your kind?
Correct. The Great Astral Spirit is a large mass of astral energy that fills all of Rena, one with its own will, a voice we cannot refuse.
A voice? Just like Dana.
The voice of the Great Spirit speaks to our hearts directly, and we have served it without question throughout the ages.
Does that mean it was controlling your minds? Wait a second. Could this great spirit be the true sovereign of Rena?
The true ruler of Rena. It could be the same thing that's controlling Volron.
Wait, back up. You're telling us this great spirit of yours is the one that ordered you things to harvest the astral energy from Dana? I'm not sure I believe that.
Why not? We've already made contact with the will of Dana back in the Wedge, and in the Forbidden Zone on Lenegus.
Yeah.
If Dana has a will of its own, I don't see why Rena wouldn't.
Maybe not, but think about what you're saying. If Dana has a will like Rena, then that would mean that we've been controlled by the voice of Dana this whole time, just like these things.
Dana's will hasn't been forcing us to do anything.
Yeah, but...
Let's assume that what Hevrect 35 claims is true, and that we are indeed cut off from both planets. Even if we had previously been under the control of Dana's will, we would have noticed now that we are disconnected.
Your fear is not based in logic. The voice of Dana is much smaller and quieter compared to that of Rena's great spirit.
Oh, okay.
Rena's astral energy is amassed at its center, whereas Dana's is shared among all its constituents. So thinly is that energy spread that it cannot coalesce and formulate a will. Our findings here indicate as much.
Which explains why we felt its will where we did. The Wedge and Lenegus are where so much of that energy had been accumulated.
The Great Spirit's desire is to consume all astral energy. and the pursuit of that desire is why you see Rena in its current state. As a result, it has turned its attention toward Dana.
So...
Is that why the crown contest is necessary?
Yeah.
So that the Great Spirit can feed off of Dana?
Indeed. And it was to that end that we Helganquil devised the crown contest. Had the initial spirit channeling from 300 years ago succeeded, all of Dana's astral energy would have been seized.
But the ceremony failed. Lenegis was severely damaged, and you lost both the Sovereign and the Renasalma.
Correct. A change in plan was required to ensure the spirit channeling's success. However, recreating the Renis Alma required a vast amount of energy. That is why we turned to Dana.
So that was the real purpose behind the crown contest.
Yeah.
An efficient means to harvest the necessary energy from Dana.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
This is all happening because of me.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, you still haven't answered one of Alphen's original questions. Just why have you brought us here to your base, Hevrecht 35?
First, it was to confirm the identities of you, my unexpected visitors. Second, it was to ascertain whether you would be likely to accept my request.
A request? But what could someone like you want us to...
I wish for you all to slay the Great Spirit.
I'm sorry, did you just ask us to kill your master?
I did. It is in your best interest that you do so, I might add.
What makes you say that?
Lenegis has entered the final stage of the spirit channeling plan. As we speak, Dana's energy is being harvested en masse and transmitted to Rena. If nothing is done about the Great Spirit, it will not be long before all is lost.
You're saying the destruction we saw earlier is just the beginning? That...
We won't let that happen.
Why do you want us to kill the Great Spirit so badly? Is it to save our world? To free you, Helganquil, from under its control? Why?
No. My primary concern is validating our findings and analysis, which have taken many years to realize. As such, it is my desire to see how your actions impact and change these systems. However, I will not deny that vengeance also plays a part.
Vengeance? For what?
In spite of our long service to the Great Spirit, our species is on the brink of extinction.
You mean... you're dying?
At this stage, it would be wise for you to talk with the others. Ask them what you need to know. Once you have your answer, return to me. If you agree to help, I shall fix your ship.
Others? Just how many of you are there?
I am the only Helganquil who inhabits Dake Faisal.
Hey! Hey!
It's no use. I think it's done talking to us.
Yeah.
Let's take a look around.
Okay. Find the others. Okay. I think, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and we could find out a little bit more, but I am starting to feel a little bit exhausted, and with a lot of story that's been sort of like been brought to us, I do kind of feel like I need to call it a night right here. We'll pick up where we left off next week. So yeah, there we go. I will have to admit, just sort of like, it is kind of underwhelming if the end goal was really just to sort of like feed off the astral energy from Dana. Like it is kind of underwhelming, but nevertheless, I'm willing to see the game through to its base story end. So yeah. So that will do it tonight for some Tales of Arise. Thank you very much for joining me. So yeah, as I said, we'll go ahead and continue this next week as we find out more answers that definitely been needing answered. So tomorrow, work permitting, we will be continuing with Persona 3 Reload as we begin the preparations to face off against Nyx. We should be able to get some more social links finished up, and we should also be heading into what seems to be the final section of Tartarus. It looks like might have to sort of see about that. It's sort of like leading up to a possible end game, so we'll have to see. If we do stream tomorrow, that'll be at our normal stream time of 7 p.m. Central Time start time. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys there for that. So with all of that said and done, let's see who is available tonight. Who can I send you guys to? Who's doing stuff? Yeah, okay. I think I know exactly who we're gonna raid tonight. Just give me one moment. Might as well go ahead and visit one of my VTuber friends, Orange Sporge, aka Aki, doing some yes, they're doing some Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD, but in sort of like classic Aki style. They have sort of replaced the base game model for Link with their own avatar, so a modded version of the Zelda Wind Waker HD. So yeah, let's go ahead and give them the raid tonight. So if you guys would like to join us, here is the raid message. But if you guys like to join us to give love and support to awesome streamers out there, I'd very much appreciate it if you can join us for that. So with all that said and done, hope y'all had a wonderful day. Hope y'all enjoyed the stream. Have fun, take care, and God bless to you all. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Time to send you out on your bounty mission. See you all next time. Bye, everybody.